A brand new RTR from RC 4-wheel drive. It's not a trail truck or a crawler. It looks so cool. It's a licensed Miller Motorsport rock racer. This is Eric. Apparently he drives these things. Never heard of him. 2-speed transmission, locking differentials, 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive function, beadlock wheels. This looks pretty cool. There's some other bits and pieces there. Nice scale looking gearbox. That does look nice, look. And they finally got with the times and got a newish transmitter. Very nice. Let's have a look at it. Instructions and, oh, you get some AAs for your transmitter. I guess this is a set of spare stickers if you wanted to do your own body. This is a Dumbo RC transmitter. They literally come with everything. Well, pretty much. Really good transmitters. This is a 6-channel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Throttle trim, steering trim, throttle dual rate, steering dual rate, bag of snacks. Don't eat it. Not good for you. Oh, I lost my air filter. So I want to address something straight away, which I've already spoken to RC 4-wheel drive about, and it's that the shocks don't feel like they've got any oil in them at all. They did get back to me and they're aware that the first few off the production line have not got oil in. They should have addressed it. And when they are officially released and you buy one, if it doesn't come with oil in the shocks, let me know. And I will send them a strongly worded email.
This doesn't work, that doesn't work, and now they're telling me this is a week old, this is 2 weeks old, and they're telling me they won't give me my money back because I'm upset. Oh,
I guess the battery goes in there. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Let's just put that back on. So let's have a look at it. It looks very nice. So some big lock wheels. Feel like nice soft grippy tyres. Nice scale interior in there. Oh, mirrors, they come out. That is a very nice interior. We're gonna have to try and find a driver, aren't we? So this is 1/10 scale, but I'm not sure that interior is 1/10, but we'll find someone that'll fit. More scale stuff on the back here. You got your fuel cell with a filler tube, radiator, fans. These look like suspension. Are they limiters? Yeah, they're like bump stops. And I think I found these in the bottom of the box. I'm guessing they go on the ends of them. Got limiting straps there as well. There's like your sway bar. I'll have a proper look at the shocks and that in a minute. So fully licensed. Front lights, there's no LEDs in there, but they are LED ready. Again, sway bar there on the front. Looks like some kind of weird bug with a smiley face. Axle mounted servo, metal steering links. There's all your sponsors and stuff on the side. Trailing arms. Wow, that's really nice and scale under there. Shame you can't really see it, but you've got some pulleys there. I've put my air cleaner back on. What is it, a V8? Yeah, it's a V8 in there. You've got 3650 brushless motor. 1200 kV, which isn't a lot. Be interesting to see what speed this thing does. We'll obviously check the speed. So you've got metal drive shafts front and rear. There's your lever for the remote locking diffs. That's a cool feature. 4-link at the front, trailing arms at the rear. You've got a couple of links there, and then you've got your limiting straps and sway bar. Again, there's your lever for your locking rear diff. That is obviously the lever for your 2-speed gearbox. Cable goes right up into the back there. I guess they've got a servo hidden in there. Not much else is there under here. Front axle looks like it's proper beefy there. So if you smash the front of this, it's got a nice bit of material there to absorb some of that impact. UJ's there, bearings all round, discs and calipers there just for show. Feels super smooth and very quiet as well. Usually remote locking diffs have got a bit of a noise to them. That is very quiet. I like the look and sound of this with all the features on it. Right, I'm going to whip the shocks off. Going to get some oil in, and then we'll see what that suspension's like with oil in it. Then we'll find a driver, we'll charge a battery. I think it'll run 2 and 3S, it might even run 4, we'll have to see. And then we'll test it all out. So, battery tray. So the battery tray is that square there. And I got some of my standard sort of size hard cases, and yeah, they're not going. So like the Tamiya curved style LiPo does go, it won't go in straight like that. You have to kind of put it in at an angle like that. So that does go in. And then I found this 3-cell amongst my stash, which is quite small. So that easily goes in. I'm gonna have to put some foam in because it's flapping about. Not really an issue for me. I've got loads of batteries, but just be aware it won't fit a standard sort of size LiPo. Not many manufacturers give you batteries anymore for your transmitter. Right, let's throw a 2-cell in. I'm interested to know what sort of wheel speed we're going to get with this. So, power on, that's your steering. It's not super fast. I don't know what strength the servo is. I'll stick it on the screen. I've unlocked the rear diff, front is unlocked. So, first gear, second gear. Doesn't look all that fast. That is 2S though, so on 3S you're going to have a bit more wheel speed. So we'll put it back in low, and then rear wheel drive only. That's that. All the way back, 4-wheel drive. All the way down, front unlocked, rear unlocked. Go all the way up, both locked. So looking at this, I think you can kind of just lock the rear and then turn that dial just a little bit more, and it locks the front as well. Doesn't look like there's any lights fitted. I thought there might have been some lights at the back. There's space for lights, there's just none fitted to it. That's it, right. We'll see how fast it is, and then we'll do what we're meant to do, and we'll do a little bit of rock racing. I forgot to show you the suspension after I'd done it. So I've put a 35 weight oil in there, and now it's way better. Probably need to raise the front up a little bit. It's almost at full droop, but it has got adjustable shocks, so no problem with there. I am happy with the rear though. And I love these limiters. Really nice scale feature. Absolutely no need really to do a speed run on this kind of thing, but some people want to know, so I'll keep it quick. 2-cell low gear. 2 miles an hour. 2-cell high gear. 9 miles an hour. 3-cell low gear. 4 miles an hour. 3-cell high gear. 14 miles an hour. Well, it's a windy one today. We've kind of got a driver. Well, we have got a driver, but his shoulders don't quite fit in there, and he might be a little bit small, but I guess a driver's better than no driver. Right, 3S. Oh. I was going to say 3S. Diff's unlocked, and this is the right sort of terrain for that configuration, I believe. So it has got a bit of wheel speed there on 3, although stability, oh, not bad actually. You have to be a little bit careful on that throttle, otherwise you roll. We'll definitely go and check it on the rocks in a minute. Try out that low gear and locked diffs. Soaks up this terrain pretty well. Probably doesn't look too bad on your screen, but it's quite rough. Ah. Can imagine it's even worse with the diffs locked. Let's lock them just to check it. Right, diffs locked now. Yeah, that's even worse. You need your diffs unlocked on this terrain, definitely. It looks good. I hope it's waterproof. Definitely needs that 3-cell. I can imagine 2 would be a little bit underwhelming on this terrain. Right, diffs locked. First gear. Obviously it's a rock racer first, but let's see if it crawls okay. That's a nice low gear that. Still running it with a 3-cell in there. So still got a bit of wheel speed if we need it. Well, it's not doing too bad at the moment. Suitably impressed. Oh, I usually need a bit of wheel speed to get up here. Oh, come on. Come on. Yeah. Rain's coming. Left my bag open. Wow, turns out it's not bad at a... It's difficult, this bit. Come on. So turns out it's not a bad crawler either. Got a drag brake. Mind the... Oh, it's close. Just missed the fox. Oh, it's really raining and I've got a coat. Wow, there you go. What can I say? Change gear, off you go. I'm going to wait for this black cloud to go over, I think, and then we'll maybe go and give it a bit of a run through some mud and water. I gave this thing a proper test through that mud and dirt over the big ruts and stuff like that. It held up so well. So there we go, a new ready-to-run rock racer from RC four-wheel drive. It performed really well. I think it needs to be a little bit faster. I did say that motor KV is quite low. Low KV motor though, it's not going to be suffering too much with heat and stuff. So absolutely fine to run on 3S, and it's just about right in second gear. I'd have liked it a tiny bit quicker, but what a rig. It did stop when I was going through that water. Just at the end when I was getting some slow-mos, it stopped, and the receiver is in the back there. So the ESC is nice and high up there. The receiver's in the back. Ugh. Right, I've just been editing and realised that the last bit of this video had no audio, but more importantly, I didn't show it to you in two-wheel drive. So I've just taken it out in the wind and the rain and flicked it onto two-wheel drive or some loose dirt. It actually is quite good fun getting the tail out on this. I managed to get the diff so the rear was locked and the front was open. That was the best way I could find to run it. Locking both the diffs doesn't really make much difference. You just need a bit more space to turn it round, but you can certainly whip that tail round with the rear diff locked in rear-wheel drive. And it's even more lively with the diffs locked in four-wheel drive. Anyway, as I was explaining before the audio cut off, the receiver is in the back. And going through all that water, some had obviously got in there and yeah, it made it stop, and then it was doing random beeping and the steering going and stuff like that. But I've dried it all out, and as you've just seen, we've been back out again with it to rip it around in two-wheel drive, running perfectly fine again. So after running it at the quarry, I did clean it all up and give it a good check over. Nothing wrong with it, apart from I lost a light lens. That's it. No other problems to report, and it's been left now overnight. Maybe a tiny little bit of leakage on the front. That might be from where I just overfilled them, but there's definitely no signs of like major leakage, and it still feels good. I really like it, and it's something a little bit different from RC four-wheel drive. It looks good. Get some LEDs on this thing, light it up. A good solid scale rock racer. Now I got this pretty early, so I don't know how much it's going to cost. There is some links in the description. I don't know how expensive it's going to be. Everything seems expensive at the moment, but this is super scale. It runs and drives decent. Like I've said, needs to be maybe a little bit quicker, but overall, yeah, solid.